Man in Montcalm County concerned about potentially toxic algae on his lake.
He says the bigger problem is getting the state to come out and test it. Annie Sutowski joining us now with those concerns today. Annie?
Yeah, Janice and Derek, Mark Hetherington has lived on Loon Lake for about 11 years. That is in Crystal. And he says he's never seen an algae bloom like this before. So he reached out to the Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy last week. But he says he's running into some roadblocks.
It looks terrible.
On a normal day, Mark Hetherington says the water on Loon Lake is crystal clear. But as you can see,
brown, there's some a little bit blue, there's some green.
He says it's never happened before. But after doing some research,
I also read that it can be highly toxic and it can be airborne. I've got some breathing issues. My next door neighbor, who shares a channel with me, has some breathing issues.
So Hetherington reached out to Eagle.
I contacted the DEQ. They hooked me up to the only guy in Montcalm County that deals with algae blooms and tests the water for toxicity. And I got his voicemail, and he said he'd be on vacation from the 2nd through the 16th, I believe.
Now he's concerned for the kids and pets that like to play in the water and just wants answers.
My beef was that, there's only one guy, and the DEQ is so meticulous about what you can and can't do, and you got to get permits for this and that. But yet we've got something of a relatively serious nature here, and there's nobody to take care of it.
According to Eagle, algae blooms are common during the summer because of warmer temps, sunlight, and high nutrient levels. They also warn to stay away if you see lots of algae floating on the top of the water and to report it.
It could be a major health issue for the people that live around this lake. And two, we pay county taxes. I would expect a little bit better service.
But until he hears back, Hetherington is keeping a close eye on his little channel.
I kind of watched to make sure none of the dogs or the pets or the kids could even come over here. We got one little kid, he likes to come over here and look for turtles. And, well, no, not now. You just have to stay away.
And I actually did get a call from Eagle about 15 minutes ago prior to this newscast. And one of their project supervisors says that Hetherington really did the right thing here in keeping people away. That is what they advise people to do, no matter what the algae situation is, until they can come test it. He says that with the holiday, the increase in complaints that they've been getting due to all this heat that we've seen, that plus furloughs has made the response time a little bit slow, but he assures us that he is going to get in touch with Mark, and he encourages everyone that if they have that algae situation, the best thing to do is to email them. I'm going to have that linked on this article in just a couple minutes on fox17online.com. He says the best thing to do is email them a picture. Sometimes they can rule out a toxic algae right from that photo. If not, they will come out and test it as quickly as they can. Back to you in studio.